Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hashtag Workout Wednesday. How are you? If you've been joining me over this mobility journey, I've been here every morning, always for Fit Pros instructors, Group X instructors who want a few new ideas, listen to some new tunes that we have on Pure Energy Go. This is all completely license free. You can use it across all your social media channels. This is our current favourite. It's just so awesome. It's the Jazz House Grooves. I've been using it for fitness Pilates, mobility, body conditioning, warm-ups, pretty much everything. I'd love to know if you've got it yet and what you think of it. It's so gorgeous. Such a beautiful, beautiful album. This morning I'm going to do some hip activation work and hip mobility. So if you have been inspired by this sort of mobility theme that I've had going on over the last few weeks, you could take shoulders, hips, back, ankles, knees, and just create 5 or 6 different exercises that you could incorporate into your regular sessions. Good morning. And you will notice that when you do focus on some mobility for a particular joint, i.e. the hips, and then you start to do strength work for your glutes, your thighs, the performance of those exercises is so much better when you've really improved your range of motion around those joints. Good morning. So let's do a few this morning, shall we? Morning, Lana. So I'm going to just focus on, I'm going to use the stick just to balance on this. So first exercise, just to get the hips moving. So I'll do a small tap in a circle, first of all. So you could do, a few sets first of all on this side, and then just increase the range. Good morning, Helen. Okay, so my second level would be a smaller external rotation in the knee. So let's progress that and just see how it feels. And then go back to the small tap and circle. There you go. Now as the joint starts to get warmer, you can increase the range there with that knee circle. But then don't forget to do an internal rotation. So again, start off small, which again is going to feel a bit awkward. And then as the joint starts to get warm, you can increase the range and then put them together. So you've got an external rotation and an internal rotation. Good morning, DB. Where you been? One more. Nice one. I'll come back through center, bring my bar out into the front, turn the toes out, and then just go for some deeper plies in the middle before we go to the other side. So just putting a collection of exercises together for you. Good. One more. Okay, then let's go to the other side. Exercise 1. Good for all levels. Good morning, Emma. Good morning. Helen, good morning. So keep it small to begin with and just start to gently increase the range with the knee. There, got a nice click there. Again, and as the hip gets warmer, increase the range of motion and really take the leg a little bit higher. Again, just sort of gauging how you're feeling. Then don't forget for your internal rotation. There, again, completely different of feeling on this side. And then mix them up. So go back to your shorter range, smaller range. Oh, do you? They're so helpful, so beneficial. External. And if you do mobility and then you do your strength work, the performance is incredible. And then bring it back. So you could play around with different sort of configurations of that to begin with. And then again, take your bar, turn your toes out, and just again play around with different positions with your feet. So if I do a wide stance, and then even a staggered stance. So still in the plie, but you've got one foot in front of the other. And then again, changing the angle of the squats all the time. You don't have to have your bar here. Good, last one. Good, and release. I'm going to put the bar down, put those together. So you have an external rotation, internal rotation, and 2 plies in the center. And then left, external, internal, and then 2 plies. Now add on a plie and slide. There. Good morning, Anne. 2 plies. What do you think to this music? Isn't it gorgeous? What does it remind you of? Where would we want to be? Probably Sri Lanka or Thailand, where some people who are watching have been this week. And then turn. There you go. So just a few to get you warming in this position. I know not everybody likes the sumo squats. See how your knees feel. But with your sumos, when you're coming down, just add a little bit of pressure and just push the knees out. Now, if that's really uncomfortable, you could just do it in this standing position. So again, you'll gauge it depending on your classes. I'll just do 4, 3. Now the key is when you're coming up. One more. Sit back into your heels, put the weight in your glutes, take your arms out in front, and then push up through your heels. Make sure you do that first mobility though, don't just drop down into sumos. And then you can add your sway. Again, arms out in front, and then push up. So your back stays straight and you really push up using the glutes. So what about putting those together? Good morning, Sri Lanka. You look fabulous. And then just sway side to side. And again, sit down, hands in. And again, you could play around with some ideas there. Next up would be to come onto 4s. So again, it's the same thing as your range of motion on all 4s. And just add that circle. So lots of different ideas that you could use here. Again, it just, again, depends on your client group. Circle round. So before you were going to do maybe bridges or glute work, you could focus just for a few minutes on doing sort of hip mobility just like this. And the other side. And let's circle round. And then actually if you stood up now and did your squats, you'd definitely see a greater range. And the other way. So a few different ideas here. Okay, so you could take, of course, do your normal leg to the side. Try different angles. So rather than having the leg straight back, take the leg out and do your leg lifts here. You could take the leg to the side. Now that is a really long lever there, so there's a lot of weight at that hip. So that's not for everybody. But again, just giving you different ideas so you're not constantly doing the same exercise in the same plane. Again, so you're there. Do a few sets, move it out to the corner, and then if your client is strong enough, you could take it out to the side. Good work for the hip. Next one is your 90-90s. Oh, these are intense. Okay, so you could hold the position, arms up, add rotation right and left. This is such a good one. One more. Here's a challenge for you. I want you to push up. So push your hips forward and then sit back. That's hard. Lift again. So just hold for a second, push the hip forward and then bring it back. Do 8 of those on one side. Again, you're going to feel it here and relax. Good morning. One more. Hip forward. Try a few of those this morning and then change to the other side on 90-90. You could do this sitting on a yoga block as well. Look at the range on this side. Barely anything. Are you loving the music? One more. Here we go. Let's sit up. I can barely get up there. Push the hip forward and then back. Try it. And then back. How many is that? That's 6 exercises we've done. I mean, there's no end to the drills you can do. One more. Yeah. And then again, you can come back onto your sumo and just again notice how much more range you have. And then come up. Push with the heels and then try your squats. Again, see how much freer you feel just by doing, what did we do? 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 or 7 different exercises. So beneficial. Let me know what you think. I know it's really hard. It's beautiful, this track is. Did you? I love that, Paula. Do let me know how your classes are finding this. Just trying to keep, there's so many different mobility exercises that you can do, whether you do a whole mobility class or just as I said, you just take a few drills then before you do your strength work, can make a phenomenal difference to the performance of your class members, especially if people are quite stiff and tight. Let me know. Good morning, Carolyn. That was awesome. Really enjoyed doing these and I do hope they inspire you to try something new in your classes. You know, we have the clients in front of us are living slightly different lifestyles at the moment, especially people are working from home, etc. So yeah, let's mix up the type of exercises that we're doing, keep it fresh, exciting and totally relevant to the people that are in front of us. Good Good work. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for giving it a go. I'd love to know what your thoughts. I will see you back 6 o'clock tonight. I'm doing a functional, loads of mobility tonight, functional fitness Pilates for older adults. And I'm just going to do supporters. And we're going to be talking about Menno Munchers. It's all going on. Have a lovely day, gang, and I'll see you back later on. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in.